Your Michigan Wolverines will take on Maryland in the 2022 Big Ten opener on Saturday. What I want from you guys, though, is to go down and predict the score. Michigan is leading the nation at 55.3 points per game in scoring. And actually at number 4 in scoring defense, which we'll talk about here in a moment on the show. Go down in the comments, predict the score. I might give one off the top of my, you know what, we'll do this later in the show. Stick around to the end of the show. I'll give my score prediction. We'll ask you guys one more time. So I'll give my score prediction end of today's show. It is the Michigan Football Report. We got some juicy rumors coming up right now. Flash Mob Tuesday. It's our 5th week we're doing this, folks, and appreciate everyone who's participated. Have had every week. It was like 10 people, then like 25 people, then like 40, then 60 people have participated in this ask. All right, we are going to talk Joel Klatt, the Fox Big Noon announcers, announcing Michigan's game coming up this Saturday. Down at the end of the first paragraph of this description, so if you kind of just click the See More button and you see the description that we write out here at the show, you'll see a link to the YouTube video from Joel Klatt's podcast on Fox Sports College Football yesterday. Click into it because he talks to Michigan on there. What I want you guys to do is just type Go Blue here on YouTube. So I'm not even sending you off the YouTube platform. Just go find the link to Klatt's show, end of the description here of this video. Click on it after you watch the video, of course, and just type Go Blue. Let's see how many of you guys we can get to do that. And let Joel Klatt that he's coming into a rowdy Michigan environment coming up here on Saturday. Today's show, we are going to do our rumors, round up the Harbaugh heads. We are going to be talking about rumors of a Penn State night game, which may or may not be debunked coming up. Also, Maize uniforms. Are they back for a game in Ann Arbor? And I'm not just talking about the pants, folks. I'm talking about the whole dang thing. And then SB Nation's Maize and Brew blog, the kings of getting things inaccurate, threw out a wild stat there, which, of course, was very fake news. So we'll talk about all of those items coming up on today's show. But I don't know from you guys, what year did you become a Michigan football fan? I am just stamping mine at 1991. I do remember the Desmond Howard Heisman pose as a wee boy, although I've been to a few Michigan games prior to that in like 1989 or 88 or something like that. That's the first season I actually remember as a Michigan football fan. So let me know what year you became a Michigan football fan down in the comments. All right, some housekeeping to go through before we jump into the rumors. Check out this from Stats O War, a really good Twitter account on college football, basically saying the most efficient teams through 3 full weeks. The right side, if you're going over there, it's the better on the right, and the top is more efficient on offense, more efficient on defense. Take a look. I don't know, Jack. Minnesota, James Madison, Michigan, kind of the ones that are up there. Although Minnesota a little more efficient on offense, Michigan a little bit better on defense. I would say, all things being equal, Michigan with the number 1 scoring offense and number 4 scoring defense in all of college football, most efficient team in the country. You see like Ohio State there in the middle, very efficient offense, as a matter of fact, the top most efficient offense, but a mediocre defense, dead center there of all teams in college football from efficiency on defense. So their defense coordinator, Jim Knowles, not paying the dividends that they all thought he was going to right from the start. I have another housekeeping item. Anthony Triage, some people call him Anthony Trash because he does have some wild takes. I've never really put much into Pro Football Focus's, rankings in a lot of ways because I don't trust necessarily the people that are putting them together. Anthony Triage has done a lot of wild takes if you look at his stuff on Twitter. But this is interesting. J.J. McCarthy has had 0 negatively graded plays so far through 3 weeks. Every other Power 5 quarterback has at least 6 negatively graded plays. So that's a pretty interesting stat. So when the stats are good for Michigan, I'm going to give Triage some credit. When they're bad, he's a complete bum. So we're going to give him a shout out. Pat in the back for Anthony here. PFF Anthony. I will link that tweet down in the comments and description of today's video as well. All right. One more thing before we get into the rumors. Michigan is a 17.5-point favorite coming up on Saturday. It is homecoming. A lot of fraternities are just going to be stock filled with 45-year-old dudes trying to hit on co-eds, and you guys enjoy yourself, or 50-year-old dudes, whatever it is. Michigan 17.5-point favorite, 65.5 over-under. Pretty big number from the over-under side. If you think both these teams will score, in the 30s or so on average. I am going to be betting this game. I am going to be betting Michigan at BetUS. Promo code is GoBlue, no spaces. Our sportsbook partner for the 3rd straight season gives you a 125% deposit bonus. Have been told 10 days left of this. This deposit bonus may go away at the end of September, so take advantage now. You got to go to chatsports.com/GoBlue. Once again, chatsports.com/GoBlue. It'll redirect you to the BetUS landing page to take advantage of the 125% deposit bonus promotion. And just use that promo code GoBlue when you put down your first deposit. You get the 125% deposit bonus. And you will be hooked up with BetUS. Chatsports.com/GoBlue. Promo code is GoBlue. All right, my take on this one, folks, is that Michigan -17 versus Maryland. That is my lock of the century, of the year, of the week, of today. If you remember back first week of the season, I said Michigan -15.5 versus Colorado State. That seemed insane to me, and it turned out I was right. 23 points. Michigan could have easily had 35 in that one. I am putting a ton of money against Maryland. Jim Harbaugh has absolutely owned Maryland in his time as Wolverines coach, and I think they will cover that 17.5 point spread easily. It should be at least 24-28 is what Michigan will win by. All right, let's talk the meat of the show, the reason you guys are all here. Penn State night game. I saw somebody send me a screenshot from one of these $10 a month websites. Oh, hey, they're saying it's going to be a night game, Penn State, because of this and that and the other. People are putting out, hey, it's a Maize out game. That means it's a night game, right? I'm calling this fake news, folks. This is fake news. Do not get caught off guard no matter what you see out there on the internet. Saw this tweet out there. Okay, interesting. According to mgoblue.com, Michigan has announced that the Maize out game will come against Penn State. So many people replied to that tweet, quote tweeted that, cited that tweet, meaning that Michigan-Penn State was a night game. Like this is some sort of new announcement, folks. This was announced back in July, right? The Maize out game last year, there was two of them, but, Ohio State game became a Maize out. Hell, they even did a Maize out for the college football playoff game against Georgia. This Maize out is nothing new. Just because a few accounts that haven't been paying attention tweeted out does not mean it is a night game. And then we told you about the Joel Klatt thing early in the show. Go comment, go blue. I happen to be sent a link. I clicked into it. It's at the 25-minute and 20-second mark of the video that I linked down in the comments. Joel Klatt says this: Penn State is looking at Central Michigan and Northwestern, both at home, talking about their upcoming games, before traveling to Ann Arbor. And Gus and I and Jenny will be there, right? He said that on his podcast, which also goes on the College Football by Fox Sports YouTube channel. Link down there. Go comment, go blue on it. Here's Michigan's upcoming schedule. If you didn't know, all noon games coming up. Maryland, big noon. Iowa is also a big noon kickoff. I don't think the Indiana one is on the Fox Big Noon, which is becoming kind of the hottest time slot in all of college football programming as of late. And then he says, we will be there, Gus and Jenny and I. That is the crew that calls Big Noon. So unless Michigan loses to Maryland or Iowa, or Penn State loses, both teams I think would have to lose these one game, or one of the two teams loses two games, right? Central Michigan or Northwestern for Penn State. I don't see them losing one of those. That's going to be a top 10, if not a top 7 or 8 matchup. Fox has first dibs on it. They're going to take it. So if you are expecting to go to the Big House on October 15th and watch a night game, you are going to be sorely mistaken. I'm calling that fake news. Gus Johnson confirmed what we've thought for several weeks now, is that is going to be the October 15th big noon matchup. So we will update it on our own, but Michigan-Penn State, we're going that as a 12 o'clock p.m. kickoff on Fox's Big Noon. How about Maize uniforms in October? Woo, we got a source on this one, baby. We're giving it 3 Harbaugh heads because nothing is officially official. Okay, it's not confirmed. They haven't shipped the uniforms as of yet. But if you've seen the Maize uniforms, Michigan has only worn them one time in school history. That was the opener in Dallas area, Arlington, in 2017 against Florida. Now, you guys will remember, folks, last year that Michigan was going to wear Maize uniforms of some sort on the road against Penn State. Asked Penn State for permission because the home team can, decide whether or not you're allowed to wear colored tops. Penn State said no, so Michigan went with the all swagged out Maize everywhere, gloves and armbands and leg bands and everything like that. They looked awesome. And we're told that Michigan is planning to wear them as kind of just a stick it back to Penn State coming up on October 15th. I'm going to ask you guys this question, right? Michigan alternative uniforms. We're not talking about the standard stuff. We're not talking about the blue tops, Maize bottoms, the road uniforms, Maize bottoms, white tops, or the white on whites. We're talking about alternative uniforms The All Blues, I loved them last year. Ohio State game, college football playoff, a couple other ones. The blue road pants, right? The ones they wore against Wisconsin, and maybe one other game. The All-Maize, the one you just saw, or the never worn before home opposites, which would be Maize jerseys with blue pants. So 3 of those 4 you've seen in the past. The other one, the Maize opposites, home opposites have never been worn before. Michigan wearing a Maize jersey with blue pants. Let me know which alternative uniform you prefer. All Blues Type 1, All-Maize Type 2, Blue Road Pants Type 3, or the Home Opposites Type 4. I'm going to say All Blues, but I'm interested to see what those All-Maizes will look like at Michigan Stadium. So go down and comment below 1, 2, 3, or 4. All right, Maize and Brew. Oh my gosh, James, did you see this tweet? Michigan's punters are unbelievable, blah, 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 from Maize and Brew's Von Lorenz or something like that. We're talking very fake news. If you guys have watched the show in the past, I stopped doing it because it became something I could do so frequently. Is they would post stuff on their Twitter account, their Facebook account, their website. Something made sense to me. It would just be wildly inaccurate. I remember the most important one, Shea Patterson. Shea Patterson says, Michigan not trying to score points, right? And Shea Patterson actually said, we're not trying, right? It's a double negative. We're not trying to score points. We are trying to score points. Shea Patterson, we're not trying to score points. They just always get it wrong. And here's the latest one. This kind of went viral over the last couple days. According to the Michigan football program, no opponent has registered a punt return of 10 yards or more since the Ohio State game in 2017. Since then, Michigan has had punted 92 times. Wow. Well, Von, I'm sorry, pal, but it doesn't take a very smart of a person to understand that 92 times in 5 years is a little preposterous to think, right? Michigan's punted twice that many times, right? This is a Brad Robbins stat. So he basically said, what Michigan actually said was Brad Robbins has been in this program for 6 seasons, right? He took the COVID medical year. He took a red shirt year, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 2022. He played parts of all those seasons except for 2018. He didn't play at all. And the last punt that he made was as a true freshman 2017 when he went for 10 yards, right, against Ohio State. But there were several throughout this program, right? Will Hart was the starting punter in 2018, and much 2019, and obviously 2017. But they started at, that stat was on 2017 Ohio State game 4. There's been plenty of punts, right? Just not against Brad Robbins. So I appreciate Von's ability to, give Michigan hype, and Brad Robbins should be very proud of that stat that no one's done it on him. But from a program, it's happened quite a few times. And for him not to think that Michigan's punted more than 92 times in 5 full seasons, come on, use your head, pal. I mean, it's just simple math here. One thing I'll say about Maize and Brew, right? They use free labor. They basically have exploited college kids for years and then give people false promises. That's SB Nation's business model, right? You get what you pay for, both as a blog and as a consumer. And I guess you're paying nothing for this, but I do make money. Jack, you're making money currently, right? You're not working for free. So we're putting out more quality product. We're fact checking. We're putting in the time here. And those guys are nothing original, often inaccurate. If you look at their website, if you look at their content, it is whatever Michigan publishes in a press release, that's their articles for the day. They don't come up with anything original on their own. And this is just another in a series of stats or headlines they put out. They've been so wildly inaccurate, you almost wonder if they're offshoring their content writing in their Twitter account to the Philippines or something like that, people who just don't speak English. So Maize and Brew, I am calling them, folks, I'm calling them more like Maize and Bruh. I just don't want you to use their website at this point because it'll make you stupider as a Michigan football fan. All right. I asked you at the top to predict the score, and I told you I'd give you my score prediction here. Jim Harbaugh has owned Maryland, and not just on offense, defense, the special teams, right? Kickoff returns for touchdowns, punt returns for touchdowns, and I don't think that anything is going to change at home on Saturday. So I am going to, off the cuff, I'm going to go Michigan 52, Maryland 17. That's my prediction here. 52-17 Michigan. So I think Michigan's going to easily cover that 17.5 point spread. So let me know down in the comments, what is your score prediction? All right. It's Tuesday. We've got a show coming for you Wednesday, coming up Thursday and Friday. So make sure you stick with us. Subscribe to the channel, youtube.com/MichiganTV. Till I see you tomorrow, folks. Go Blue.